There are some absolute masterpieces out there like Red Dead Redemption 2, Expedition 33, and Elden Ring. They play well, have great stories, combat, and they have insane graphics. But there are also games out there that whilst they might have great visuals, they're still missing something fundamental. How's it going, guys? I'm Liam, this is Instant Gaming, and today we're looking at 11 games that prove graphics aren't everything. Coming in at number 11, we have Dead Island Riptide. This game looked sun-soaked and gruesome in all the right ways, with shiny water effects and detailed zombie wounds. Unfortunately, once you got past the tropical postcard visuals, it felt like more of the same. Combat was floaty, quests were repetitive, and the story barely registered. It wasn't terrible, it was just aggressively fine. Riptide proved that prettier zombies don't automatically make a better apocalypse. You'd admire the scenery, bash a few undead skulls, then slowly realize you were on autopilot. In at number 10, we have Forspoken, and it absolutely flexed next-gen visuals with flashy spell effects and sprawling fantasy landscapes. But beneath all that sparkle was a world that felt oddly empty and a story that struggled to land emotionally. The parkour magic was fun in bursts, yet the open world lacked personality and the dialogue became unintentionally distracting. It's a classic case of style overpowering substance. Forspoken looked like a blockbuster, but played like a tech demo that forgot to bring compelling characters to the party. In at number 9, we have Agony, and it went all in on disturbing visuals, delivering one of the most graphic interpretations of hell ever put on screen. And yeah, it was certainly memorable to look at. Playing it though is another story. Clunky stealth, unclear objectives, and frustrating mechanics quickly smother any sense of immersion. The atmosphere does heavy lifting, but gameplay barely participates. Agony proves that shock value alone can't carry an experience. Once the initial horror wears off, you're left wandering through misery for reasons that never feel worth it. WWE 2K20 aimed for realism and spectacle, but became legendary for all the wrong reasons. Character models looked decent in still frames, yet animations broke constantly. Physics went rogue and glitches stole every match. It wasn't just unfinished, it felt confused. The presentation tries to mimic televised wrestling, but gameplay collapsed under its own weight. This game showed us that realistic lighting means nothing when your character stretches into spaghetti and entrances turn into unintentional comedy routines. The Order 1886 remains one of the prettiest games of its generation. Victorian London looked stunning, character models were film quality, and every scene felt cinematic. Then you actually played it. Short runtime, shallow combat, and limited interactivity made it feel more like a playable movie trailer than a full game. It was gorgeous, polished, and strangely hollow. The Order didn't fail visually, it failed to give players enough to do between admiring the scenery. In at number 6, we have Rise: Son of Rome, and it launched as a graphical showcase for new hardware, and it absolutely delivered on the visuals. Roman armor gleamed, crowds roared, and executions looked brutal. Sadly, combat boiled down to repetitive, quick-time events, and enemy encounters felt copy and pasted. It was impressive to look at, but shallow to play. Rise felt like a tech demo dressed up as a full campaign. You'd marvel at the lighting, perform another execution, and quietly wonder where the depth went. In at number 5, we have Assassin's Creed Unity, and this game's take on Paris is still breathtaking. Dense crowds, ornate buildings, and beautiful lighting made it feel alive in ways few open worlds had before. Unfortunately, launch bugs and uneven gameplay buried that achievement. Stealth was inconsistent, combat felt awkward, and the story never reached the emotional heights fans hoped for. Unity eventually improved, but first impressions stuck. It's a perfect example of a world that deserved a better game wrapped around it. Ancestors looked ambitious, with lush jungles and realistic wildlife promising an evolutionary survival epic. Instead, players got opaque systems, minimal guidance, and gameplay loops that felt more confusing than rewarding. The concept was bold, but the execution demanded extreme patience. Exploration was beautiful, progression was slow, and experimentation often felt punishing. Although Ancestors did try something different, the gorgeous environments can't replace clarity and momentum. Battlefield 2042 arrived with massive maps, weather effects, and cinematic chaos. Tornadoes ripping through firefights looked incredible. Playing it, however, felt strangely empty. Missing features, awkward specialists, and lackluster map design stripped away what made Battlefield special. It looked like war, but didn't feel like Battlefield. Despite improvements over time, its launch proved that technical spectacle means nothing if the core experience forgets its identity. Coming in at number 2, we have Marvel's Avengers. It had shiny heroes, flashy powers, and cinematic set pieces. Everything looked ready for greatness. Then the repetitive missions, shallow loot systems, and live service grind kicked in. Each hero played well individually, but the overall experience felt stitched together. Players expected an epic superhero saga, and instead got a checklist simulator. It is the ultimate example of licensed potential meeting design confusion. Earth's mightiest heroes deserved better. And finally, at number 1, Anthem. And this game wins this list effortlessly. Flying through its stunning world in a javelin suit felt incredible, and the environments were genuinely jaw-dropping. But once the honeymoon ended, there was little substance underneath. Repetitive missions, weak loot, and a hollow endgame drained the excitement fast. Anthem felt amazing for a few hours. Then it slowly collapsed under missing systems and unrealized ideas. It's the poster child for beautiful but empty, proving once and for all that graphics can't save a game without a soul. And that is 11 games that prove good graphics aren't the only thing a game needs. What game have you played with incredible graphics? Let me know down in the comments. So for all things gaming, don't forget to subscribe to Instant Gaming, and for great deals on games, you can check out our website at instant-gaming.com. And as always, thanks for watching.